We heard the story about the railroad coming through and how Snowshoe Thompson got the post over the Sierra in the wintertime. But one of the biggest industries here was what? Before that. Lumber, there you go. It was lumber. Ice did come a little bit later. It was a major industry, but lumber was very, very important. A lot of the timber around here ended up to shore up the mines of the Comstock in Virginia City. It was used to build the railroad, the trestles, the ties, the buildings, homes. Downtown burned frequently. There was a big need for lumber. And it was used to fire the locomotives so that they could produce steam and get around. But it also warmed your home and it warmed your business. And in the late 1800s, if you looked at these hills outside of Truckee, there wasn't a tree to be seen, not a stick. It was all cut. And the reaches, further and further out, the mills. Hold on just a minute. Hey, you fellers, your cue passed just a while ago. I'm dying out here.
I think they're busy cutting all them trees that disappeared.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you actually decided to. You guys look familiar. Might be your smile. You're Irish. You're Chinese. Yeah, well, that dentistry was an early art in Truckee. But tell me, gentlemen, whereabouts did you cut logs back in the day?
Well, I've been hanging out on the Hobart line, where it takes me right down to Boat Brewery.
Now, back in those days, Hobart was a... How did you make it there? You're Irish. That was a dry company.
I wanted to get up into the Schaefer tent, but the gate was closed.
Ah, the Hauntman. That's a true story. That little fishing camp for city folks to get a fishing experience was Schaefer's Mill, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next song is Richard. I want to see if you're paying attention.
I got it.
I lost it.
But we're gonna. I thought he was gonna cut something down.
I kind of walked back.
He was going to cut that down, but he can't get there right now. So I'm going to take them out.
You can't be too careful with them drunk loggers.
That's what I do. Come with me, gentlemen.
Ted's right. There were lumber mills all over the place. Glenshire was Union Mills, and Schaefer's Camp up at where Lahawton is now, and of course Hobart Mills and all the little mills you never heard about that lined between Truckee and Floreston. They were just mom and pop mills, big mills, all lined up along the railroad. They're all gone. This one back here being a holdout. I got a crosscut saw to make a living, and a camp out in the woods. You know payday's coming at the mom, and then my bankroll's looking pretty good. I'm gonna cut enough timber for the railroad so we can build that western line. My baby is waiting in San Francisco, my brother is working in the mines. They built this town by the railroad, covered wagons are headed west. They never dream it the centuries are coming.